Welcome back to the Morristown Market Report. I'm Amy Schrader with Remax Real Estate 10.
And I'm Kim Swan with Union Home Mortgage.
Our special guest today is Whitney Berry. She is the owner, CEO, and head honcho at Property Stagers East Tennessee. Welcome, Whitney. Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
So we were just talking before we started. I thought Whitney was out of Knoxville, but she actually lives here in Morristown. So now we have a local stager here in the Morristown area. That's pretty exciting.
Yeah.
Because I really didn't think we had anybody. Did you?
Either. No, did not.
All right. So tell us a little bit about what you do.
Right. So I am a property stager. So I get homes that are about to go on the market. I get them ready so they can sell for top dollar. And whether it's an occupied home or a vacant home. So if it's a vacant home, we'll bring in furniture and make it look really warm and welcoming and inviting. Or if it's an occupied home, we'll work with the clients to make it ready for it to go on the market and look amazing.
Okay. So do you have like a contract with somebody to help you with the furniture, or do you have furniture that you use? How does that work?
I have furniture that we use, so all the furniture is updated, it's modern, it looks amazing. So yeah, all of that is with my business with Property Stagers East Tennessee.
So I'm sure that probably cuts down on the cost a lot if you're not having to go, like rent furniture or whatever.
Correct. Yes, it does.
Okay. So besides, like the furniture, putting it in a vacant house or rearranging what somebody already has, what are other staging tips that you offer to home sellers?
Absolutely. My tip number one is decluttering and depersonalizing. So you want to really get rid of about 50 to 70% of what is in your home. And that is because when potential buyers come in and look at your home, they want to see that they can move into the home. If they see a lot of if they see cabinets that are overcrowded, they're going to think, oh, this house has a storage problem, and I'm not, and they'll continue and move on to the next house. Whereas if they come in and they see, oh, wait, there's space here on the cabinets, there's enough storage, I can see myself moving into this house. So that is one of the main things. Another thing is with depersonalizing, it's maybe taking down some of the sports schedules or some of the family photos. And while they are nice for you, when a potential buyer comes in to look at the home, they may get distracted by the pictures. They'll think, oh, is he on the same t-ball team as me or as my kid? Or do I know that person? And they start to think about who owns the house rather than is this house for me, right? So when it's depersonalized and decluttered, then they start to, what we've seen is they stay longer, they look, they linger, they think, oh, I can put my couch there, or if I did a little bit of paint change, this would be a perfect house for me. So we're seeing that is really beneficial. The second tip would just be to highlight key features. So you really want to focus on the kitchen, on the dining room, and the master bedroom. So those are the three areas that you really want to focus on. Make those look really nice, and you'll see a lot of return on your investment on those three areas of the house. And my third tip is just to keep things very neutral. So you want to stick, of course, with the beiges and the grays. Those are really nice. And I tend to add pops of color as well. That way it's not totally bland, like it has color, it's inviting, it's exciting, and a lot of buyers will come in and they'll really like that style, and it appeals to a lot of people. And the reason why that is really important as well is it does look good in photos as well. And I will say a lot of buyers now are going on your online platforms, like Zillow and that type of thing. And so when they see photos that look really good, then they're going to want to take the next step and come in and look at your home. So that's something that's really important too, is just keeping it light and airy and sticking to those neutrals, but also some pops of colors as well.
Okay. So if a seller asks you to come out to their house, they're thinking about listing their home, they call you up, they say, Whitney, can you come out? Tell us what we need to do. So you're covering all this kind of stuff with them.
Correct. Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have any kind of do you have different tiers of service, such as maybe they don't want to bring furniture in, but they want your assistance with other things. How
Yes.
does all that work?
Yes, absolutely. So when I come and I meet the client, I'll see where they're at and we'll talk about what they are wanting as well as the services that I can provide. So from there, and then we can even talk about budget. So, what they can, what's in their budget. And so but one thing is just meeting with them, talking with them, seeing what their needs are, and then how we can provide a service to meet those needs.
So let's say that you go into, and I don't know if y'all have this happen a lot. I have it happen a lot. Someone has inherited a property. And so, like, I had a classmate call me last week. She moved away, 25 years ago, but she is back in Morristown for a while because her mom is in a nursing home and not expected to make it. And so, she's got this house full of stuff. And she's like, my mom's never coming back here. I don't know what to do with all this stuff. So they know they need to get rid of a lot of it. Do you have recommendations for people? Like, can you help them declutter, find a place to put the stuff? Like, how does all that work?
Yes, I can help them with that. Yes.
Okay.
I can find a company in the area that can help them with that, or I can also give them suggestions and recommendations and say, hey, this piece would look really good. Let's keep it just to stage the home, or let's go ahead and, get rid of these pieces. Yes. So I can help with that.
Okay. All right. Good deal. So what else can you tell us about your company? Is there anything else that you want to promote to people around here?
I think the biggest thing is when you're ready, go ahead and contact me. I do have the Property Stagers East Tennessee Instagram as well as Facebook. So you can go ahead and contact me, message me through that. That's a good way to contact me, and I will, be happy to help. We're very fast. We'll get back to you very quickly, and that's the best way to reach out.
Okay. Now, if we go on your Facebook and your Instagram pages, do you have like before and afters of work that you've done in the past?
Yes, I do have before and afters. So those are always fun to look at. So make sure to look at the before and afters.
Okay.
Yep.
Do you have a separate website or just the social media pages?
Yes, I do have the website, and the website you can find on the Instagram. It's in the bio area, as well as on the Facebook as well. But I do have a a website.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So where do you find the majority of your clients? Are you getting them from realtor referrals or people just reach out to you directly?
I get a lot of them through realtors, to be honest, from realtors. Buyers can reach out to me directly, as well as any investors, real estate investors. They also reach out to me as well.
Okay. So how long have you been doing staging?
I've been doing it for about 8 years now. So I've done a little bit of a restaurant, like just preparing restaurants. And then that started to go into homes. And so I have been getting homes ready to sell for about 8 years now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Have you been local the whole time, or?
I am originally from West Virginia.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm originally from West Virginia, and then we moved to East Tennessee. Yeah.
All right. How long have you been here?
Probably for about a year now. So that's probably why you're kind of hearing from me for the first time. But yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like I said, I've been selling real estate here, and I'm like, I had no idea we had somebody local that could do that.
Yes.
And so she actually started following me on Instagram, and we started talking, and I'm like, I got to get you on my show. Because I talk all the time, and Terry's over nodding her head like, yeah, she does. I talk about, getting your home ready for sale and staging your home, and how that doesn't always mean, you're having to totally swap out your furniture, and declutter and depersonalize are our biggest thing, because people don't want to go in and see closets that are just overflowing with stuff. So I like that you mentioned that, because now people know it's not just me. You've got a stager who has told you the exact same information. So, all right. Anything else you can tell us about yourself, Whitney?
I think that's it. Reach out to me today or this week, whenever you have a house that is going to be on the market.
Okay, good deal. All right, Whitney. Well, thank you again for being here. We certainly appreciate it. If you have a business card, leave it for me.
Okay.
But you're welcome to go ahead and head out while Kim and I talk about mortgage rates and the real estate market.
Okay, sounds good. Thank
All
you.
right, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Great information. So.
All right, so where are we at with mortgage rates now?
Well, we're still conventional. We're still running, about probably 6.5. Government around 6. THJ hasn't dropped theirs yet, which kind of has surprised me. So, which is 6.5. So I look for that every day. I expect the email from THDA saying, "Hey, we're dropping our rate as well."
Right.
I did bring just the information about both THDA and USDA. Of course, those are zero down loans, and they both have income limits, meaning you can't make over a certain amount, and they both just recently increased those. So, for example, with USDA in this area, if there's 4 people in the house, you can make up to 112,000.
And that's crazy because I think, like 10 years ago, it was what, 75 or
Oh, yeah.
something like that? I mean,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, and then if you're 5 to 8, you can make 148,000 a year and qualify for USDA. And THDA just raised theirs up to 90,000 for 1 to 2 people in Hamblin and 105 for 3 plus, and that's up from 83,000. So that's up about 7,000. So that's good because Hamlin County's kind of been a little bit lower on that number. So, but those are just, and one other big difference is right now THDA, the income is based on the borrower. So if you have 2, husband and wife, but the husband qualifies just on his income alone, and he's under 90,000, we can do the loan just in his name. Now USDA is based on household income. We're hearing rumors that USDA is going to change their rule at the end of the year, but I haven't been officially told that yet. So,
Okay.
so
All right. So you said about 6.5 for a 30-year fixed rate.
for THDA, and USDA is about 6.1 right now.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, it's a little bit better. So.
But it's harder in Hamlin County to get the rural development, isn't it?
It is. If it's city limits, it's probably not going to qualify. But anything outside the city is pretty much it's going to be eligible. And if you're looking in Jefferson, Granger, Cott County, all areas are eligible in those counties.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, that's good information. All right. So my market update today, we're going to talk about what has been going on in Hamlin County just for the past 7 days. I know over the past 7 to 10 days, we've had a lot of different news events that have been going on. And anytime you have major news events, a lot of times they're going to tie to mortgage rates. They're going to tie to market activity. So over the past 7 days in Hamlin County, we've had 17 new homes that have come on the market. So that's quite a few in just a week's time period. 2 of those have already closed, and I think what happened there is they got sold before they ever got put on the MLS. But 5 of those 17 new homes are already under contract. We've had 14 homes total that have went under contract in the past 7 days. So if you're listening to the news and you're hearing the media say that, oh, the housing market is dying, nobody's out here buying a house, that's an average of 2 homes per day in Hamlin County going under contract in the past week. So people are definitely out here buying homes. When rates come down after they've been, like they were 8% in February or March. Mm-hmm. And then we've seen them steadily drop, and they might shoot up for a week or 2 and then they come back down. So when rates start coming down, we see a lot more market activity. We've had 18 homes that have actually sold and closed in the past 7 days. The average sales price is around $287 with 22 days on the market. The median sales price is $291 with 15 days on the market. So what I always tell people when we're talking about homes up to about $400,000 in Hamlin County, if you're on the market for more than 3 weeks, you're overpriced. And that's the biggest mistake you can make if you're trying to sell your home, is to overprice it right now. So make sure that you're talking to your realtor. They've provided you with a comparative market analysis, and you're pricing your home competitively and not overpricing your home. So the home sales prices so far this month have ranged from $42,000 up to $695. We had 4 properties that were under contract that have come back on the market for whatever reason. And then we had 15 price changes in just the past 7 days. The average on those was $33,500. Those homes had been on the market for 51 days. The median price reduction is $20,000, and those homes have been on the market 42 days. So when you look at the fact that, the average time on the market is 22 days, if you're 45, 50, 60 days in and you're not getting offers, you're going to be making substantial price reductions between $20,000 and $34,000 to catch buyers' attention on your home. Price your home right the first time. That's the best advice I can give you. So, that's where we're at in Hamlin County. I think July, we're probably going to see the most home sales that we've seen this year so far for a month. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, my July, I've got more closings in July than I've had in several months. So, yes.
I got 3 going on Friday. Woo, woo, woo.
Payday.
Yeah, be a good payday. So, it's always nice because, as a realtor, sometimes we're going a week, a month, 6 weeks, 2 months without a paycheck. So, I don't think people realize that all the time. But
No.
All right. Anything else about the mortgage world that we need to know about?
No, just, we always tell people, I'll get calls all the time. They're like, well, I want to go look at these houses. And the realtor says, oh, you need to be pre-qualified first. And they ask why, Again, it's just great to go ahead and get pre-qualified for a couple reasons. Number one, it obviously gives you a leg up. If it's a multiple offer situation and you have your pre-approval letter, chances of your offer getting accepted versus somebody not,
Right.
it's going to help. And it also helps to make sure that you understand and realize what price range you qualify for. Some people have no idea that a mortgage payment consists of taxes and insurance, and if you're not putting 20% down, you have mortgage insurance. And some people, you'll give them a payment and they're like, wow, it's that much. So again, you need to get all with your lenders and get that information and know that before you really do start your house shopping.
Well, and I think the biggest reason a buyer would want to be pre-approved before they go out and look at a house. Let's say you do have a husband and wife situation, okay? Everybody thinks their credit's good till they find out their credit's not good. And so, they've used one of these mortgage calculators that they found online.
Mm-hmm.
And so, based on what they make and stuff, they feel like they're comfortable at, let's say, $350,000.
Mm-hmm.
And so they go out and they start looking at $350,000 homes.
Mm-hmm.
And they find one that they just fall in love with. And so we're like, well, you got to talk to the lender. You got to talk to the lender before we can write the offer. And so they call you up and come to find out, well, yeah, the husband's credit is 740, but the wife is maybe at that 580, 600.
Mm-hmm.
And, if you have to leave her off the loan, you can't use her income, which means now all of a sudden that $350,000 goes down to $250,000. You're not going to find a $250,000 house that you're happy with when you've been looking at $350,000 homes and you found one that you fell in love with. So to avoid that heartache and disappointment and frustration, you need to talk to a lender. You need to get your credit pulled, make sure that both parties qualify for the loan, and see what your budget's going to be based on that. And with these new NAR changes that are coming up, sellers, it's no longer guaranteed that a seller is going to pay for a buyer's agent in the deal. So that's going to change things altogether. But you're not going to have agents as willing to hop up and go show you homes if you're not already qualified. Because, somebody's going to have to pay the commission. If the seller's not willing, then we're going to have to work it into the deal. And that agent needs to know up front how they need to structure the deal in order to get you in the home and them get compensated.
Exactly.
So that's the first step. And anytime you're looking for a house, you've got to talk to a lender. Kim's been doing it forever and a day. I'd laugh and tell people that, she underwrote Moses when he bought his first house, but
I feel like it some days. The gray hair shows it. So.
Hey, I'm telling you, when you've been in this business for as long as we have, like you feel like you're a lot older than you are sometimes. Yep. But Kim is very experienced, and Kim's a straight shooter like I am. And if she can't do the loan, she's going to tell you that. She's going to guide you on what you need to do in order to get qualified. So, sometimes buying a house is a marathon. It's not a sprint. And you have to, find out what you need to do and work towards that goal. So, all right. Well, we will see you guys next Wednesday. And always as a reminder, if you own a local business here in the Morristown area and you would like us to feature you on our weekly Facebook Live, please send us a DM, leave us a comment. We'd love to get you on here and learn more about you and what you do in our community.